Hey folks, so we have the Akai 4000DS Mark II. This is a made in Japan reel-to-reel tape deck. Now before you laugh at me, I do realize that the tape is going on the wrong direction on the reel, but somehow when we found the tape it was rolled up this in the incorrect way. So instead of me rewinding it, I just wanted to show you that this actually does have levels. That's the purpose of me having the tape in there. Alright folks, so this is the back of the Akai 4000DS Mark II, and it's a serial number 306221 and then a dash 10408, and this tape deck is your standard US AC 120 volt. You can see you have your left and right line in and line out connections here. And then I don't remember what this is called. I think that this is another type of connector that can be used for audio in and out as well. This particular model was made in Japan. So I don't know if you're an aficionado of older Japanese electronics, but the best quality electronics were made in Japan at this era. So everything is A+ and really well made, and you can expect to get, it's probably one of the reasons why these tape decks last so long. So first of all, cosmetically, I found there's a couple of tiny little, what I call flea bites, like super small, but cosmetically, these are like MDF, MDF cases, and they have like laminate on them. They were designed to be mass produced, so it's not solid wood. However, the condition of the case is in really nice condition. So it's A+, would say, for its age. There is just a teeniest bit of dust, but that, don't let that bother you. I actually, looking at this with my own eyes, there's a little tiny teensy bruise here, but other than that, I saw nothing really wrong with it. The first thing that sticks out is this roller is missing its little guide. You'll notice that this one has the proper, kind of guide on it, and this one is missing the guide. So you're going to have to find one somewhere because the tape will not stay put. It tends to wander backward, and then it comes off the roller. But for the purposes of the demonstration, let's just go through all of the stuff. First of all, it powers on nicely. The power switch, works perfectly fine, and the deck lights up. It has the lights show up here. That works well. All the switches work. The dials work smoothly. This is very smooth, nice and smooth, beautiful. Feels real good, and this is nice and tight. The switches are not loose at all. The pause works nicely. This tape selector works nice. The equalizer switch is nice and tight. The SOS is nice and tight. And the tape monitor is nice and tight. The tape counter, which is right here, does work really well. So it sets to 0 nicely. Good and even. It's a nice clean reset. So that functions really nicely. Both of these spindles operate well, so I can pull them off nice and smoothly. They're not loose at all, and they work just fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the functions, although like I said, something to keep in mind, the roller is not going to hold properly because it's missing a piece of the spindle, which you're going to have to, it's not broken, it was unscrewed and it's gone. So let's go ahead and play the tape. You'll notice that this is rolled on wrong, but don't let it bother you. You'll notice that the tape is not staying in the right place, and this is just our demo tape. Let me put it back where it's supposed to be, and that way you can see it again. But here's what was important. We don't have 1/4-inch headphones, but you can see that the music is playing, so it is working, whatever is on there, and that's working just fine. And then let's go, so it's working. That was the first thing. So you'll need to repair that, and it's sold as is without a warranty, but at least you know what you're dealing with, okay? A lot of people sell junk. We don't want to sell you junk. We're going to pack this baby beautifully, and it's going to be properly secured. We'll take these off. We're not going to leave them on. So let's try all the stuff and make sure it works correctly. Rewind works fine. Whoop. Wasn't supposed to do that. That goes back to my statement that it's rolled on wrong. So if it had been rolled on correctly, that wouldn't have happened, of course. But we know that's working just fine. And the rewind works. The fast forward works. Everything works. I'm going to take this off, and I am going to put these on the other direction. Okay. Because I need to. The problem is the tape is backward and it won't play, but now that you've seen that it plays, you know that it plays properly. I'm going to put the I'm going to put the tape on the way I think it's supposed to be on. So let's do that. The oxide coating is in the reverse here though, so it's not going to play in this position. Let's make sure these are lined up. They are. Okay, and gang, I'm aware I mangled the tape, so it's just a throwaway. I'm just here to show you that everything's functioning properly, okay? I think if I go, if that's, no, it's this way. Yeah, okay, I think if I go this way, it'll show you that it rewinds. Okay, that works just fine. So let's go ahead and put it on correctly. Although it's flipped over, I'm going to put it on here correctly so you can see it. And I'll rewind it and everything for you. So let's do that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put the tape on. And the reason I have it twisted is so that it actually winds it with the oxide coating facing up instead of down the way it is now. So you can see that it's rewinding just fine. In the fast forward, it's rewinding just fine. You can see that if I go the other direction, it works just fine. Okay, that works just fine. Everything is working. I can press the record option and that works just fine. So, everything's functioning just fine. Now, we don't warranty anything, okay? We haven't plugged in a headphone. We don't know what the sound sounds like. We don't have any amp to plug it into. So it's sold as is, as found. You always take a risk with these things anyway because you're buying something that could get jostled in shipping or whatever. So you know what you're dealing with. You know what it is. Just be sure that when you are interested in this, you ask questions first. Check all the photos. Watch the whole video before you make a purchase. That way you're getting exactly what you hoped and expected for. Thank you so much.